She has been endearing to audiences nationwide with her signature little squeaky voice since beginning her acting career in 1958 when she played on and off Broadway.
Where'd you go today?
Oh, all over. And then we stumbled on this horrible old house. It was all deserted and empty and gave me the shivers.
She then rather quickly found her main medium, television, and she appeared in many shows including The Virginian, Bonanza, Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, Dr. Kildare, Policewoman, Love American Style, Just Shoot Me, and Airplane, The Happiest Millionaire.
Hi. Hi.
Do you mind if I talk to your daughter?
Well, I think that'd be nice.
There is only one river, there is only one sea, and it flows through you, and it flows through me. There is only one people, we are one and the same, we are all one spirit, one name, we are the Father, we are one.
But it was in 1971 that she landed her most signature role, that of Marie Slaughter, wife of Murray Slaughter in The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Marie. Rhoda, you remember Marie? Of course, Murray's wife. And a fine person in her own right.
Thank you. Mary, I am so upset. I have been all over town. I've called everyone I know. I even called the police.
Marie, what is it?
I can't find Murray. I was hoping he was here with you.
Oh, no, Murray's not here.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, no. He's down at the station.
No, Mary, he isn't. He called to tell me that he was working late.
Uh-huh.
So I went down there to take him a sandwich because I thought he might be hungry. And the guard let me in, but there's nobody in the office.
Oh, wait, Marie, no, he's down in Studio E with Mr. Grant and Tad and Gordy.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, you silly. Come on in and thaw out a little while.
Today she enjoys the sunshine and the beauty of the Palm Springs area, as well as her forever top priorities, her 3 children, as well as her delightful grandchildren. Oh my gosh, and here she is right here in the Palm Springs Baker kitchen.
Right here.
Joyce Bulifant.
In your
Oh
beautiful, beautiful kitchen and home I'm moving in.
Which bedroom do you want?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You can have one upstairs. You got your own bath, the whole bedroom.
I'll take the one with my own bath.
Yeah, well, yeah, you definitely need your own bath. She's my brand new bosom buddy. Oh my
thank you.
God,
I
honey.
love that.
You are just the best. And you know what, dear? When you came through the door, I meant it. You look like you did from back in whenever I started watching. Yes, she does. Do a close-up, Steve.
No, you can.
No, she does. My God.
Oh, that's
And-
not true, but it's very sweet of you to think that.
And your signature voice, Joyce.
Well, I met somebody recently and they said, oh, you look just like you.
Well, that's
And
how
then
I
said,
felt.
no, I look like Sam next door.
Yeah, right. You look the same as ever.
Oh, that is
And your signature voice. So the voice, Joyce.
the voice of Joyce. The voice of Joyce.
Did you realize when you started out in the business
I'll tell
that
you.
might catch?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
I know you did.
You do?
I do. I did some homework.
Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed.
Oh.
Well, anyway, they wouldn't let me take singing classes or voice classes because they were afraid it would change my voice. And I didn't know what they were talking about. And they said, no, that voice, we don't want to change that.
Right.
However, I had my first agent, and he said, Ashley Famous Artist was the agent. Ray Powers.
Oh my God.
A dear man,
Oh.
but he'd say, oh, I can't stand your voice. It's like chicken scratch.
No.
And he made me so self-conscious, and he sent me
What did he know?
He sent me to a voice coach, and she was scary. She lived in this old brownstone, and she had white hair like something lived in there.
The
you
two
know?
of them could have ruined your career.
Well, she had me lift up this, hold on to this big carved desk, and I had to hold on to it and go, fee, fi, fo, fum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. And I'd leave the class and I was talking like this. And it was wonderful. And I met my mother and father for dinner. I said, isn't it wonderful? And they're going,
what happened to you?
And I said, isn't this just wonderful? I think it's great.
Every once in a while it sneaked out.
And they said, no more. You're not going
Be
there.
you. We always talk about that on this show. Be you. Be you, Joyce. And you have continued on that way, and look what it did for you. My God. It's so, she is just adorable to look at and adorable to listen to, honey.
I'm going to stay here. I'm moving in.
Okay, honey.
If you keep talking like that.
Okay, honey. You just get your bags and you come over tonight. All right?
Well, is this afternoon too soon?
No.
Okay.
You know what? We're going to have to break it to the neighbors, though. We'll have to explain a few things. So, Joyce, when you started out, when did you realize that you wanted to be an actor?
Oh, I was very young.
Really?
Yeah, I think, I was in foster homes for a while.
Okay.
And I was about 8, and I started at 7, 8, and some of the other children were younger. And I loved to make up stories.
Okay.
I couldn't read.
And you could tell them the stories.
And I'd make up these stories, and they'd really be listening, and they'd seem to love it, and they'd laugh.
That was your validation.
Yeah.
And then you went to school to study acting. Where was that, Joyce?
In New York City.
It was in New York?
Yeah.
And you grew up out east, didn't you?
I did. I up and down the East Coast, all the way from Florida to New York.
Okay.
And in Florida, many, many different places.
So you moved around a lot?
A lot.
So then when you finished your professional training, and then you hit Broadway.
Well, it was amazing. I was so lucky because one of the teachers at the academy said, they are auditioning for a play called Tall Story, and I think you should audition. He said, you do? Me? Audition for a Broadway play?
Now, was this excitement or fear?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. But when I'm working with children and getting them up on the stage, I say, you're not frightened, honey, you're excited.
Exactly.
That's exciting. And I used to, before I went on stage, everybody around me would be either throwing up or nervous or doing this and that. And I'm going, it's just a piece of cake.
Oh, did you really, Joyce?
Yes, but until
Have you always been like that?
Yes, but I found out why you yawn. It's because you're nervous and you're not taking in enough oxygen.
I see. But you did live theater, you've done tons of, we're going to talk about it, but lots of television, films, game shows. I can't wait to talk to you about that. Are you always pretty relaxed, though, either in front of a live audience or a camera?
I am. I think it's all because I really love people.
And you love what you do.
And I do.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to. Now, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. When I was very little, I thought I wanted to be a nurse or a teacher.
Uh-huh.
But I can be when I do shows.
Exactly.
I played a nurse.
You can be whatever
I played a teacher.
You've played it all.
Cat food? My cats prefer these little cans. They're meatier. But they're expensive. So with 2 cats, I'll also buy the tall cans. They're cheaper.
Get together with new Lovin' Spoonfuls. The rich goodness of small cans
They love it.
at a really sensible price.
So, Joyce,
Yes.
like we've said, you've done so many things. We can't even list it all here. But one of them, it didn't come to be, but you were up for the role of Mrs. Brady in the Brady Bunch.
Yes,
Until
I was. Well,
what
I'll tell
happened,
you.
dear?
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
I want to know.
You really want to know?
I want to know. Come
Okay.
on.
All right. Well, I auditioned for it.
Yeah.
I
You'd be
it.
perfect.
Sherwood Schwartz was the producer.
Yes.
And he was all excited because he wanted it to be kind of like the Lucy show, and it was a lot of fun things for me to do.
Physical comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when ABC was looking at my tape, and I auditioned all the men, and the little girls were all chosen to look like me, who were in it. And But they thought I was a little...
They were set to go with you.
Well, they thought I was maybe a little young, but they thought it'd be fine. But they wanted me to lose 5 pounds.
Oh, please.
So I went to Louise Long, who was this lady who was very famous. Jane Fonda happened to be there the same time, and we bonded over that. But she beat the heck out of you. And you were black and blue, and you could only eat eggs and tomatoes.
Oh, my God.
That was it. And then she put these things on you. Everybody.
Oh, my gosh, Joyce.
I did that for a week, right? And then after that, a limousine would come to the house, and the neighbors are all looking out the window. What you doing? What you doing? You know? And we go to all the swell shops in Beverly Hills,
Right.
to pick out my wardrobe, right?
Yes.
So I went through all that. I lost 5 pounds. I couldn't walk. I was bruised.
There was nothing left of you.
So we did that, and then it was Friday. We were going to shoot on Monday, and I was showing the producer and the director the wardrobe, right? So I'm in the wardrobe.
So you'd gotten the part.
Oh, I signed a 7-year contract.
Oh, my gosh.
So they're sitting there on the sofa in the wardrobe room, and I came out and I said, now this is the dress she wears in the garden wedding. And I turned around
I can just see you.
thinking, oh, I'm just thrilled, you know. And I'm smiling at them, and they said, okay.
Sort of
And I thought,
blank face.
yeah, okay. So I said, okay, now I'm going to put the going away suit on when she leaves to
Yeah.
go away. It was a blue suit, you know. It was just, I said, it's nice, isn't it? And they,
Working it.
and they just took going, mm-hmm. And the third outfit I came in, and I said, is something wrong? Because they always say, well, what about a scarf? I don't like those earrings. Do you have another suit in a different color? They always say something.
not much of a
They
reaction.
don't just go.
Ah,
So I said, is something wrong?
yeah.
And they said, come sit down.
Ah,
And I said, uh-huh. And they said, Marty Starger, I'll never forget his name, Marty Starger at ABC.
yes.
All of a sudden, Florence Henderson has become available. And they want her. And we are fighting so hard for you, because if she does it, it'll be the Donna Reed show. And we want it to be the Lucy show. We want, you know, we've written it that way.
You wanted the comedy. They
Yeah,
wanted the comedy.
Right. So now we're going to have to get rid of the lady who was going to play the maid and make her the funny one.
Ah.
And Florence would be straight. But we're telling Marty Starger that's not what
So
we wrote.
they changed Alice's persona
Yes.
to be the comedic factor.
Right, but she wasn't in there yet.
Oh, she wasn't?
No, the other lady, I can't remember
This
her
is
name.
the backstory, people. You're hearing it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to change.
Ann
that
B.
she was-
Davis.
Yes,
Yes, so she became, and then obviously Florence accepted.
of course. Who wouldn't?
Well, I know.
And we had the same agent.
Oh my God.
But I have to tell you, Sherwood was so sweet. He didn't call. He said, we'll know tonight, and we're fighting like hell for you. And I believed him.
Yeah.
You know.
I
but
think, yeah.
And he came to the house instead of calling.
Oh.
And he was so upset. You know.
Oh.
But Florence was very good, and they got a great show, and that's what counts. And they gave me something. The going away suit.
Do you still have it, Joyce? No. Did that go to the Salvation Army or
Yeah,
something?
the thrift shop had it right away. Can you believe it?
How
sad
kind
is
of
that?
them.
How-
Please. Oh, come on. Didn't they shoot that at Paramount? Do you remember? I don't know. I think it might have been.
I think it could have been.
Could have been.
But what happened eventually is I was asked to come in and read for audition for a new show that I would be the star in called Love Thy Neighbor. And Marty Starger was ABC, and I said, why should I even bother to go? He obviously doesn't like me, you know? But I went to a funeral first. And I thought, well, may as well go from one funeral to another. And I auditioned and I got the daggum thing.
I know
And it
you
was
did that show.
It was a wonderful show. Loved thy neighbor. It was a black couple and white couple living next door. And the black couple, the guy, Harrison, was the boss of my husband, Ron Masak.
Any favorites that you worked with?
Fred Astaire.
Really?
I got to dance with him.
Oh my God, amazing.
That was exciting.
Oh, he must have been, you know.
Oh, what a gentleman. He kept calling me Miss Bulifant. And I said, no, Mr. Astaire. You don't call. He said, well, then you call me Fred. I said, there's no way I could ever call you Fred.
Oh, my.
You are Mr. Astaire, but I'm Joyce.
God.
But he would always do, and we went to All Saints Church in Beverly Hills, and he would go, and he'd wait outside to say hello, but I missed him, but I heard that's what
He
he'd done.
adored you.
Oh, he was
And
so
I can see why.
He cut in. I was at a charity ball, and he tapped the person I was dancing with his shoulder, and he said, hello, Miss Bulifant. I don't know if you remember me. My name is Fred Astaire.
Yeah, no.
That's how
I might have met you, but I'm not sure,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not sure. Could you say, what was it? How do you spell that?
Oh my God, dear.
And I taught him to dance. I taught him a dance number.
You did?
Well, I thought when my agent said, and you get to dance with him, I mean, I pictured a pink chiffon dress, a ballroom with crystal chandeliers, and he would lift me in the air, you know, and I'd be like Ginger and all that.
Yes.
And I was so excited. You know what it was?
No.
The twist.
Oh my God. I remember the twist. I remember the chubby checker, right?
Right before we were doing this scene, he grabbed me and said, Miss Bulifant, come here, come here. I said, what is it, Mr. Astaire? He said, I don't know how to do the twist. Will you teach me? And I said, Mr. Astaire, you want me to teach you?
Courage to try again, madame.
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm starving.
Oui. We must restore our strength first. Come, we try the buffet.
You taught Fred Astaire a dance. Come on, have you done it all or what?
Well.
Oh my God. Well, and I mean, the
A lot.
television, and then part of the television that we've got to talk about too.
Uh-oh.
The game shows, Joyce. Oh my God. But I mean, they were wonderful for you because you could promote whatever you were doing.
That's true, yeah.
And a lot of other plays. And I mean, you did them all. $25,000 Pyramid.
Oh, that was fun.
Tattletales. But I think, and more, but the iconic one, Joyce, that you were on. Match Game. Oh, honey.
I know.
You were on there so much.
Well, you know.
They loved you.
Well, the problem is that I'm dyslexic. So
I read that.
So when you have to write out the names of what you think it is,
Yeah.
the blank, and you put it in a little slot, right? And I had the hardest time I wouldn't know how to spell something. So I try to think of something else. It ended up being funny. Not on purpose.
Right.
And people would laugh and I go,
Oh.
It was really...
But you had to make sure that you could write it.
Oh, okay.
And be funny.
Yeah, and when you're in that sixth seat, you're meant to be funny. So
Yeah.
being dyslexic helped.
Oh my
in a
God,
way.
dear.
But one time it was, and I'll never forget, it was the doctor.
Oh, stethoscope.
I had to spell that.
Oh, honey. I don't
And-
even know. I don't know. I'm a pretty
So-
good speller, but I don't know about that one.
So I knew there was just no substitute.
Do
And
they ever cut
I was
so
not-
that you have time to say, how do I spell it?
Oh no, you can't do
The camera
that.
rolls.
Oh yeah, and the perspiration was.
Oh, you
dripping.
poor dear.
And I did the best I could, and I thought, how am I going to do this? Because Jean would walk by. And
I
so,
know.
So I wrote what I thought was near, and I went like that, and I put it in really fast and said, stethoscope. And he said, I can't believe it. The blondie got it right. And he walked away, and I thought, oh,
You were good. You were a good player. I mean, not only were you funny, but you were a good player, honey.
We're going to give you a shot here at doubling your money, and you're going to make a decision here by spinning this wheel to find out which celebrity you'll be playing with. Remember, if it stops in any of the gold star areas, you play for double your money, $10,000 instead of $5,000. Give it a good spin. It must make one complete revolution.
Oh, baby.
There we
Let's
go.
double it
We're going to
up.
find out if it is doubled or if it is not doubled. The way you can tell there, it's perfectly coordinated. Double with Joyce Bulifant. Joyce.
I'm so sorry.
$10,000.
I'm so sorry. What do I
You
do?
don't have to be sorry. What do you now? Think positively.
How come you put my name up there?
Everybody's name goes up there. Here we go. Good luck, Joyce. Listen carefully. Clear your brain. What brain? Here we go. Blank Hills. That's Hills. Okay, Frank, she's finished. Give us the answer that matches hers, and if you do that, we give you $10,000.
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. Well, they're with you. Now, Joyce, I know it was a difficult one. Equivalent
Don't
to
embarrass me anymore.
equivalent to the Einstein theory.
But I was thinking about where the Hollywood sign is in the Hollywood Hills.
In the Hollywood Hills? Is that where the sign is?
Yeah, but I wrote Beverly Hills.
You did.
And then 1971 came along, and you were asked to do a role in the classic Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, just that right there. Oh my God, you were fabulous, as they
thank
all
you.
were. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more after we do a little baking.
Okay, let's go.
Should we start in?
Yes.
Oh, well, you know what?
What?
On the Palm Springs Baker,
Yes.
this has kind of gotten to be a little thing. We have a little martini toast. How about that? Do you like martinis, Joyce?
Oh, well, you know, I
Maybe
love,
just a light one.
yes, a light one because I'm a lightweight.
Oh, that's okay.
But always happy to
That's
toast
okay.
you and your show. And
sweetie.
thank you for inviting me.
Oh, God, it's my pleasure. My goodness. We'll have a little martini.
Is that just straight alcohol?
Honey. Oh, my God, yeah.
It's rubbing alcohol,
Straight
right?
vodka, honey. Oh, my God. But you know what? It'll just make the baking go so smoothly,
Oh,
sweetie.
yeah. And
It
we won't
will.
care if it doesn't turn out.
We won't care. It'll taste good no matter what. So, Joyce,
Yeah.
you introduced me to this recipe. And what we're going to make today is key lime pie. And it's killer, Joyce. How did you come about this recipe?
I think it was the president of the Dyslexia Foundation, Will Baker.
Which I know you helped them immensely.
I tried.
You do.
And he was so nice because it was a volunteer thing. He offered his home in Boca Grande, Florida, in the summertime. And I love in the summertime, as long as you can jump into the Gulf of Mexico. And he did this one night, and I said, oh my gosh, I have to have that recipe. So thank you.
I made this a couple, 2-3 nights ago, and everybody absolutely loved
Oh,
it.
really?
And I told
Did
her
you?
it came from your kitchen, honey.
Well, you better.
I did. I did. Well, you know, every good key lime pie has to have a sensational crust.
Yes.
But now, Joyce, you came up with this fabulous crust.
Well,
I
Will
think.
did.
Oh, Will did.
I copied him.
Well, instead of using graham crackers, you use
Bordeaux cookies.
Bordeaux cookies. That sounds so fabulous and fancy.
Bordeaux.
So I just washed my hands.
Yes.
And I made Bordeaux cookies from scratch. And don't worry about writing all this down. You know, all the ingredients are on my website. You can see my website down there at the bottom of the screen. All the ingredients and the measurements and
Oh,
the directions
yes,
are
good.
still there.
Good.
But I made the Bordeaux, and even that
I
recipe is
can't
there.
believe that you made
Oh, but
this.
my God, Joyce.
Because I just buy them.
Oh.
I just buy Pepperidge Farm Bordeaux
Well,
cookies. But
there's
you
nothing
made
wrong with
them.
that either. I just pour it right in there. get it all in
These
there.
dishes are beautiful.
Well, these are Palm Springs Baker Bowls. Everybody says I should sell these.
You should.
Email me if you think I should sell these.
Absolutely, you should
You know?
sell them.
So we've got all our little crumbs in here, and then, you know, like you all know this, you just press it in.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little job in a minute here, dear.
Okay.
Don't worry. You're going to get part of this action too, sweetie. We start out with this Nellie and Joe's Key West lime juice. Did you find this, Joyce?
I did, and I found it at Trader Vic's.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can find it there still.
Well,
And you did it, you got it differently, right?
I got it at Amazon.
I think I could get another husband on Amazon.
Don't.
Oh, no, I know.
You don't need one, honey.
I've been there, done that.
You, honey, you are just fine. You don't need anybody.
So 1 cup of that. lime
Just a
juice.
half a cup of that.
Oh, with
Yep.
a half a cup.
Yep. 3 egg yolks.
3.
Well, you know what? Should I let you just work those together, sweetie? Look at her. She's a woman with a whisk. You can throw it right in there, sweetie. You can. Look at you, Joyce.
And then you put in the,
We put in a 14-ounce
condensed.
can of sweetened condensed milk.
Isn't that amazing? That condensed
I
milk?
know. Look at you. You've got this just worked up together already.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, my God. You cook, you bake. I bet your kids just,
Well,
they loved when you did all that.
we always sat down to dinner together.
That's
That
important.
we did.
And then we're going to pour it in here. Do you want to do that? Oh, how does it taste, sweetie? Oh,
It's good.
abs. Do I care? I'll put this in the sink. You want to lick the other side? I love it, sweetie.
Good. Oh, it's so good.
And I'll put it in that nice, clean, soapy water. We'll pour it into the crust.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, it is so good. And you know what I noticed when I made this, Joyce?
What's that?
Is that, you know, it doesn't come way high up on the crust. And I thought, ooh, geez, should I made another batch? But you know what? It's enough. And then Joyce's idea, we top this not with whipped cream, but with a meringue. So we're going to do that next.
And I have such a thing about meringue. Have you ever made a pavlova?
I love them. You know what, Joyce? I have to be honest with you. I didn't even know what a pavlova was until about, I don't know, a couple years ago.
Well, it's not, they don't serve it very often, but I think they're starting to. I don't know why. All of a sudden, you see it.
I love pavlova. Well, it looks so elegant, and it's a showstopper on
Yes,
the table.
yes.
And start whipping that up. And the whole idea, as you know, Joyce, is just to get that air in there. So we'll let that, but should I let you add it, dear darling? Oh. Okay, honey, hang on tight. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. I know. And then we do add a little bit of sugar.
At a time, right?
At a time. And we've got 8 eggs. With the 8 eggs,
Just the whites, just the whites.
just the egg whites. Absolutely. Absolutely. And a little more sugar, right? Make this nice and sweet. And then we're going to sprinkle in some cornstarch.
Oh, I don't do that.
A little at a time, honey.
Cornstarch.
Well, it works for me, sweetie. Give it a whirl the next time.
I will.
A little cream of tartar.
Cornstarch. What a great thing.
Yes.
So there we are, Joyce.
No, it just looks so cool.
My God. Well, you did this, honey.
Well, you helped a little.
Oh, well, a little bit. But
Well,
look-
you told me something new about cornstarch.
Well, I don't even know where I
Don't
learned that.
take those
Oh,
away.
honey. Do you want to lick the beater, sweetie? Here you
Yeah.
go. Here you
First,
go, honey.
thank you very
There,
much.
I'm going to have one too. Aren't
Is
that
that
good
delicious?
or what, sweetie?
Ah,
And you know
look
what?
at that, it's gorgeous.
Well,
And the cornstarch, I am so happy to know
the
this.
cornstarch and the cream of tartar.
Yeah.
I read it someplace. I didn't always used to do it either, Joyce. I didn't. And we've got our oven all preheated at
Oh, good.
325 degrees.
325.
Yep. And we're going to bake it for about 20, 25 minutes. And just stick it in there, honey. Look what we did, Joyce. I know.
It looks perfect.
Hold it out of the oven, zhuzh it up a little bit.
I love the lines and the mint around it.
Well,
beautiful.
You gotta zhuzh a little
It's
bit,
all
right?
about presentation,
Yes,
darling.
and the zhuzhing. This is good.
Isn't that
Oh,
delicious?
look at that, guys. Look at that. Oh, that perfect blend of tart and sweet.
Isn't it? I love it.
Mmm.
It is.
And I don't think you'd
magnifico.
want more filling in there than it is. It would be too much. But the meringue,
Meringue is perfect.
pile it high, honey, right?
I can't talk, I'm sorry.
But you know what? I have to go back. You keep eating those, sweetie. When you did the Mary Tyler Moore show, did you realize what an iconic show you were all creating?
I don't think so. But I knew one thing. I knew that the writers were brilliant. And I knew that if we did a table reading and we were all laughing and thinking it's great, we'd come back the next day and they'd even made it greater. They never stopped working.
Mary, would you care for a minute?
No, thank you.
That's good wine.
You're drinking scotch.
It's my favorite kind of wine.
We were so sorry that your wife couldn't come.
Yeah, I know. Well, we sort of have a kind of a deal. She doesn't drag me to any of the dumb things she gets invited to, and I don't.
Oh, yeah. Here, Rhoda.
Hey, girls, how about some hot coffee?
Great. What are the guys working on so late?
Oh, they're not working. They're playing poker.
Poker? Oh, no.
What?
Well, Murray is a compulsive gambler. I mean, once he gets started, he just can't stop. Didn't you know that?
Marie, how would I know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Anyway, I shouldn't take it out on you. I should take it out on whoever got him in that game. Who got him in that game, Mary?
I did.
You have also been an author and have written a marvelous memoir. Tell us a little about it, Joyce.
Thank you. Well, it started out to be called Home Sweet Home, Where Is It? Because I've lived so many different places.
Yeah.
And I have tremendous recall for details. And I can tell you the color of my room here.
You've got
and
a good
the
memory.
wallpaper there. I really can do that. And so I thought that would be to do that and tell different anecdotes about what happened in the houses. And then a friend of mine called, and Bruce Cook, wonderful friend, and he said, Joyce, I have the title for your book. I said, what is it? And he said, My 4 Hollywood Husbands. I said, that's disgusting. That is so, that's so tacky.
You know what the truth of the matter is? She did have 4 husbands and then found the real deal. But the other 4, she was just so kind and trying to straighten out their lives. That's what it was.
Well, what happened once he said that, and I said, you've got to be kidding. I'd never call my book that. I hung up and I thought, it might sell books.
It would.
Yeah, and it has. But so once it became that, then I thought, how can I tell that story and be able to help other people? So then it became a story about alcoholism and codependency and the effect it has on children.
Oh, so needed.
That's what with the background of the golden age of Hollywood and all the famous, wonderful people I was blessed to work with.
Right.
And our love story.
Oh, but what a wonderful thing for you to do, to write it really to help other people.
Well, it's interesting. Never read your reviews. You've written something. Some reviews on Amazon are so heartfelt and warm and make me feel great. And some of them are just horrible.
Yeah, they're always out there, Joyce.
I can't listen to that squeaky little voice. And then they start talking, but they've read the whole book. And then somebody said, why would she give a 90-year-old lady who's dying an Easter egg? You know?
Oh.
And I explained why, because Helen collected Easter eggs, you know. But I thought, well, that's just somebody not a happy person.
No. And they're always out there.
Good.
And it's My 4 Hollywood Husbands, and it's available
on Amazon.
How easy is that?
I did an audio.
Did you? She's also involved with an organization for dyslexia because, as Joyce said earlier, she's been dyslexic.
And once you are,
Yeah.
you always are.
Yeah.
Because it's not a disease, it's a condition.
Yeah.
And it's the change of the brain. The brain is shaped differently in some ways.
What's the name of the organization?
The Dyslexia Foundation.
And I suppose you could go to you can
Yeah, that
Google
has a website.
The Dyslexia Foundation, probably
And here in the desert, I'm involved with a lot of different charities and
God.
theater.
Oh.
We have such good theater here in the desert.
She's still, I mean, after all of these sitcoms that she's done and films, the game shows, I think, are a hoot, you know, all that work, and you're still doing it.
Well, I feel I'm so blessed that
We're blessed to have you. We are, dear.
We all need to give back in any way we can.
We all need to, we do. We need to give back, be happy, and we're trying to make that choice to be happy.
Yeah, be kind.
Be kind.
Be loving.
And you know, we
Be
always
silly.
Be silly. Why not? Why not? And you know, we always say at the end of our show, we have a little phrase. Be good.
Be good.
Be you.
Be you.
And bake.
And bake.